A major scandal is developing in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas in the aftermath of the American alleged woman. That would be Taylor Casey. The local gay lesbian movement of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas has issued a statement to which they say that they shall participate in the search for this American woman. So that's a major story. It's a major scandal developing in the Bahamas. And I shall call upon the Ministry of Tourism to censor all advertisement internationally that suggests that this Christian nation is welcoming that kind of lifestyle which caters to foolishness and the disappearance of an American citizen. So that is what I want to prepare you for. And then, of course, there was a murder last night. A 27-year-old Negro male who lives in Foxhill and who comes from the largest family in the whole of Foxhill. He was executed, and there is now scientific evidence as to why many of the young men are unsuccessful in escaping Negro assassins. So we're going to have to discuss it. I would hope that in my attempt to point out why many of them, scientifically, it is believed, have not been successful in escaping the gunman, may not be saying that I am attempting to condone anything, but I do think that I have a moral duty, a deep responsibility to prevent this kind of crime taking place in our country. What are the young men doing that many of them have not been successful in escaping? It's so heartbreaking. No matter what you accuse the young man of having committed, no matter what bail he's on, it is so sad and tragic when you learn that as he arrived at home, 2 Negro assassins are awaiting to kill him. It's a sad, sad day in the Bahamas. So we will look at how it might be possible to escape. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the King. It's powerful today. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Moncler, and of course today is Friday the 28th day of April 2024. So I welcome each and every one of you who's joining me, and there are some exciting things happening here on the island of New Providence. So let's relax and let's see how best we can deal with it. Last night, a very sad and unfortunate incident took place in which a 27-year-old Negro man by the name of Durant Davis of Fox Hill, who it is said arrived at his home where two Negro assassins were waiting for him, and they shot Durant dead. Durant, however, was on bail and he was wearing an ankle bracelet, and according to certain sources, he became the 59th murder victim, even though there is now a dispute taking place in some communities that has now alleged that he's not really the 59th murder victim, but in fact the 61st. Well, we are relying on the police, and it is our understanding that police headquarters says that Durant, the 27-year-old youth, is the nation's 59th murdered victim. And you will recall just a couple days ago, there was another Negro young man who was leaving the Nassau Street Court. There, upon his arrival at the eastern part of the magistrate, that's Nassau Street Magistrate Court compound, there were two Negro gunmen awaiting his arrival, and they opened fire and they shot him multiple times. But the authorities have said to me confidentially, because he had at least two of his, the best way I can describe it, men also in the parking lot, they returned fire and thus chasing away the gunman. Now you will note that in more recent time, quite a number of young men who are in the prime of their youth, so they're very athletic, they have the gift of agility, they can run the fastest, they can jump the highest, they can climb fence, yet they have not been successful in escaping, even though they have had a head start as they break off run. Why is it that they have not been successful? Some people will argue, well, you can't outrun a man who's firing a gun at you. I suggest that I could agree with them if you are an old man, a senior citizen, a man perhaps in set with me, perhaps a little younger than I am, we would not be able to outrun a gunman. But a youthful man, in the case of Durant Davis, who's 27, and the Negro man who was shot in the courtyard, they are youthful. Why is it that they were not successful? And so, over a period of time, there has been a scientific investigation, a forensic investigation as to why these men have not been as successful in escaping. And you may not believe it, when you begin to examine why they have not been successful, I mean, it's amazing. If only they were willing to change their lifestyle, they would be able to escape. And so we, perhaps next week, we are going to demonstrate, we're going to show you a young man, perhaps next week, under attack. Not real shooting at him, because that would be unlawful, but we will demonstrate to you how it is that he's not been able to escape. and a small lifestyle. Many people will not believe it, and so I'm going to appeal to mothers, particularly the mothers them whose cloak. I'm going to appeal to you and tell you there are some advice that you must give your sons who you know are involved in gang-related activities, your sons who are not peaceful, your sons who you can't reasonably give an account for. What must they do? And it's just amazing. So I don't know, I may tell it to you, but we have done an investigation, and it's kind of amusing that a simple thing may cost them to be able to escape. I think I'll tell it to you a little later on. I'm going to set the stage. I think we need spiritual healing. My spiritual advisor, he has already put on the full armor of the Lord. So I'm going to invite him first. And then, of course, I'll look at the shooting. And then I'm going to be critical of the man who's being shot at and show you why I believe he's not been able to escape, because he's too young not to be able to outrun the gunman. I could understand if you're over or half of 100, you're 55, 56, 60, 70, 80, I could understand. But these young men are supposed to be able to outrun the gunman, dodge the gunman, jump the wall, climb over the fence, and escape with perhaps one or two shots maybe in their legs. But that is not happening, and we now have the scientific reason as to why. But let's hear from my spiritual advisor, praise the Lord, Bradley Rule. How are you?
Oh man, battling the heat, man. It's just...
It's been hot, eh? Really?
Man, I tell you.
Yeah. Well,
I've been to this landscape in the summer.
Okay.
I dread it. I dread it.
Well, I was able to escape the sunshine because I spent about 2 hours in a very highly intensive meeting with the Minister of National Security. I saw him particularly in the aftermath of certain things that has been happening. Mm-hmm. And while I continue to keep confidentially and for security reason my true role, I met with him. I had a high-level meeting, and I've said to him what my positions are on a series of socio-economic and socio-political issues. But you were here.
Yeah.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah, thanks so much.
This is your independent shirt.
Well, today I understand Bahamians all over the country are supposed to be wearing the Bahamian colors.
Well, we celebrated Flag Day. Mm-hmm. And I was at the Ministry of National Security. There, the minister and his troops, they put on a wonderful performance. I decided that I will just stay and watch it as opposed to, standing with the minister. So I stayed a distance and looked at it. I was proud of our men and our women. Man, they could drill.
So where your colors, Sandra?
Well, my spiritual advisor, I only wore this morning just black.
It's amazing how we're not patriotic, eh?
That is.
But I can tell you one thing. When Flag Day comes to those other people, notice now.
Which other people?
How they, even though they're not in their country, they wear their colors. But that's a side
My spiritual
issue.
advisor.
Forget about that.
My spiritual advisor.
Let's move on.
My spiritual advisor. My spiritual advisor. How dare
the BBC?
My spiritual advisor.
Sandra, can I get to some?
My spiritual advisor. I'm not going to allow you to attack us. Right? We have been inculcated from Toussaint Louverture, right? Declare revolution against the white oppressors. All right? So every one of us understand what it is. So you stop it, okay? The Bahamas has only been independent 50 years.
Doesn't matter.
Haiti has been independent from 1804.
I'm sorry I mentioned that.
And even as we continue to hold on to our
I'm so
independence,
sorry.
those who have sold us into Africa, the Kenyans who have sold us from Africa as slave, they are occupying Haitian land. Tout le monde haïtien! Como ye?
I have a passage to read today, and the reason
ahead.
I'm reading this passage today is to show you how important it is, because now I'm understanding that there's this clarion call now for Bibles to be taught immediately in schools in the United States. I'm understanding that the U.S. state orders schools to teach the Bible
That is unlawful.
immediately. Well,
That is unlawful.
we could get into this.
Here in the Bahamas, we
get
have been preaching Christianity,
Yeah.
right? This here is a Christian nation. That is why God has blessed us.
Yeah.
Everybody know that the Americans, the majority of them are not saved, they're not sanctified, and they're not washed in the blood of Jesus.
But
why you want to get in their politics?
Yeah, but I like that.
All right?
For the mere fact that the Bible, in my opinion, is a very, very perfect mark for keeping the moral compass of the human being in order. And here's why. I have a passage of 2 Timothy 3:15. The Apostle Paul, no doubt, knew Timothy. He says to him, and how from infancy you've known the Holy Scriptures, which are able to make you wise for salvation through faith in Christ Jesus. This is very, very important, that you want to instill the truths from the pages of God's Word and the faith of Jesus Christ into the child from infancy, so that they could grow up and, of course, have that moral compass intact. I am with them fully that the Scriptures, the Bible, should be taught in schools so that the young people may know how to keep their moral compass together. It's very surprising, and it's also very disheartening. As I go about and I speak to young people, I had an opportunity today to speak to 4 young people, females, 16, 18, 19, 20. And it's interesting that when you hear the mindset, there's a lot of confusion going on. No doubt somebody needs to get into their lives and to try to see if they can steer them in the right direction. But it's very interesting that the order's gone out now so that the schools may now understand the importance of having the Bible taught in schools immediately. I endorse that. And from a child, thou hast known the Holy Scriptures, which is able to make you the wise unto salvation, which is in faith in Christ Jesus. 2 Timothy 3:15. The Word of God is quick and powerful. Thank you, producer. Back to you, Sandra.
My spiritual advisor, the way you spoke, it becomes misleading. It suggests to the public that you are talking about the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. From I went to school for the first time in 1961, there was Bible.
But we still have.
I want you to hear what I have to say, because I kept quiet and I listened to you.
Okay.
When I first entered school in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, and prior to the Bahamas becoming independent, the gospel of Jesus Christ was taught. By the time I reached junior high at John F. Kennedy, now called H.O. Nash, we had the late Reverend Arnold A. Pratt, who was the pastor of St. John's Baptist Church. He was our religious knowledge teacher, and he taught us religious knowledge.
And he taught you.
He taught us.
You included.
Of course. I was one of his students.
It's amazing, though.
Right?
It's
No, I want you
amazing.
to listen to me. Don't run no distraction.
It's amazing.
So in the Bahamas, Christianity, it was never debatable. What you're saying happening in the United States, this is not the first time
We
that
got
has
some
happened.
serious moral issues,
I
though.
want you to hear me out for a
I'm
second.
listening.
This is not the first time. The first time they did that, people took whatever state it was, I don't remember the state, to court, and the court struck it down, saying that there was a separation between state
And church.
and church. So what is going on in the United States, right? That is what
I can see why they're fighting it. I can see why they want it to happen.
yeah. So don't focus on the American
People are mixed up,
Christians.
Senator.
I want you to focus on where God lives.
Right. And
it
I
is
did that
alleged-
today.
And it is alleged.
And I did that today.
And it is alleged that God lived among us,
God-
Negroes
yeah.
and the Conquijog
Yeah.
people here in the Bahamas.
Yeah, that's why he sent his son. He sent his son not only to us, but he sent his son to the whole world.
Okay.
All right?
This is
Just bear that
powerful.
in mind.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, folks, I've given you the story, and I'm very concerned over how many young people are being shot, and if they change a simple pattern, they might be able to escape many of the bullets. And what is this pattern? Based on scientific evidence, these young men are not wearing belt. That sounds strange. Their pants are not buttoned up. It's not zipped up. They're not really wearing pants. It is almost as if their pants have been converted to skirt. And when they run, their pants drop around their legs and they're tripped and cannot escape, and they're shot. It would be rather indecent, perhaps immoral, and maybe illegal to show you a series of photographs of young men who have been shot, but as they're being shot, their backsides are exposed. Because as they run to save their lives, their pants is not around their waist. And so the scientific investigation demonstrates that many of them are being shot because they would not tie up their pants. I want you to reflect on that, and starting today, all of the photographs that may come to you through social media, look below their waist and you will see that their pants is below their backside. They got tripped down as they were escaping. God save young people everywhere. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Let's get our sons to button up their pants and wear belts, particularly those who are bad men.
We on lockdown, just like before, Every other weekend, lockdown some more, Freedom March, Rodney Moncur. About to do this thing and adjust the country concerns. Lockdown, baby, lockdown, baby.
This is powerful.
Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. And of course, there are so many things that are happening in the country. You would recall that there is an American citizen who arrived in the Bahamas who came to a yoga retreat, a citizen by the name of Taylor Casey. It's now being alleged that Casey came here as a yoga student, and he came to be educated in yogaism, but he is missing. And then, of course, the media spoke with the minister responsible for national security, the Honorable Wayne Munroe. And then, of course, there's talks that the FBI is here in the Bahamas, perhaps conducting or providing assistance. So we'll look at some notes so that you can get an idea of what is taking place here in the Bahamas. And let's hope we can put things in perspective, because a scandal is slowly developing. FBI providing assistance in case of missing U.S. woman. Now, this is not a woman. See, don't mind to say it's a woman. We are being told it's a man who became a woman. Okay? So this is the first thing that is misleading. I know they have met with a representative of the U.S. government. I know they are receiving assistance from the FBI, whom I trust, people believe, will tell them all that they think they should be doing, and the search continues as far as I am aware. Asks for clarity on the role of the FBI in the investigation. Wayne Munroe, the Minister of National Security, is whom the media is quoting. Minister Munroe goes on to say, and I quote him, "As far as I am aware, they are advising the police," end quote. Casey, 41, from Chicago, Illinois, was last seen on June 19. Authorities said her friends and family said she traveled to the Bahamas to attend the Sivananda Ashrama Yoga Retreat Center on Paradise Island. Employees from the retreat reported her missing last Thursday after she failed to attend some classes. Casey's mother, Colette Seymour, told CBS News earlier last week that she heard from her daughter last Tuesday, June 18. Police said they found Casey's cell phone in the ocean near Paradise Island and have questioned employees of the retreat. Munroe was asked about criticism that police are not doing enough to locate Casey. "I always find it odd when people say the police aren't working." This is what Munroe is replying. And he finds it odd when people say that the police aren't working hard enough, and if they know what the police are doing, as if they know what the police are doing. Please forgive me, as if they know. So Munroe finds it rather strange when people say the police is not working hard, as if they know what the police are doing. That is what he said. And Munroe added, "We have engaged the resources of our law enforcement. We have gotten assistance from the law enforcement agency of the individual's own country. So, unless people believe that the Royal Bahamas Police Force and the FBI suddenly isn't going to decide not to do all that is necessary, then it should be self-evident that having done and deployed resources, having gotten advice, following that advice, the ballpark steps are being made to seek to determine the whereabouts of this individual. So, the Minister of National Security, Wayne Munroe, whom I met with this morning, he would have told the Negro media that the police is working very, very hard. And that is true. I am able to confirm this, independent of Minister Wayne Munroe. Now, here in the Bahamas is an alleged lesbian gay movement. They have issued a statement, and this becomes very significant. Now, if this is a woman, why is it that the Zonta Club is not issuing a statement, which is a real female organization, to announce that they're going to be checking, but a group which is run by a man? His name is Alexi Di Mario, or Alexi Di Maxio. He's from the local lesbian movement here in the Bahamas. He's issued a statement, and in his statement, he tells the media that they are going to join the search and the investigation. Isn't that phenomenal? When this alleged woman came to Paradise Island to learn to do yoga, to exercise, to do jumping jack, to do squats, and they found the cell phone. Where? At the ocean. Now, we do know that just a couple of weeks ago, there were 2 women from the United States who were in Grand Bahama, and they ran into 2 wonderful Negro men, and the next thing we know, they ran off with them at the beach. The next thing we know, these women allege that they were being raped, even though video evidence show, it is alleged, video evidence show that they run into 2 Negroes, and everybody knows from slavery time, there's always been that attraction with the white master, his white daughter, wanting a full-breeded Mandingo. When it was all over, she hollered rape. And you would recall what my position was. I said, well, if these are married women, and if their husband caught them, they have a damn right to describe and holler rape. Because if they don't, I could understand if domestic violence break out. I'm not encouraging it, but certainly if you were white and you went to Paradise and you meet your wife in the sand with a Negro, certainly that's enough to cause domestic violence. I'm not advocating it. Lead us not into temptation. So this is what is going on, and now Alex DiMaggio, he announced that they're going to investigate. Now, is he trained in lifeguard? Can he swim? Because the police investigation lead them to the ocean. And we do know that there are many American citizens, there are many people who come here to the Bahamas, and they come with social issues, they come with mental health problems. We don't know. We don't know. Because they track Taylor Casey to the ocean. And we know how Americans love water. They love water. They love fish, shark. They swim. They touch strange animal. This is what is going on. Now the gay movement say they're going to investigate. I call on the gay movement, if you have evidence of where Casey is, I want you to go to CDU and report it, and I want you all to stay far from the crime scene. All right? Because here in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, we've been watching it from 1974. Every time there is a gay, lesbian disappearance or murder, it cannot be solved. So I want you all to stay far. Let us not forget, we have to be suspicious, because remember, where the United States Embassy is located today, we had one of the biggest gay murder, and the Americans say they ain't seen nothing, even though the Americans got all kind of camera to that corner. All right? And this is the kind of scandal that we are taking place. And and that is why yesterday I told you, I want the police to investigate. That's what I want to investigate. I don't want no one who's not involved in law enforcement talking nonsense, but they are investigating. If you have information, give it to the police. And I want you all to stay from the crime scene. And today I declare the whole of Paradise Island a crime scene, because there's no evidence that Taylor Casey came to Nassau. So the police should take a yellow tape and starting from the Two Bridge, just running around Paradise Island until they solve this case, giving this country a bad name. Mr. Special Advisor, do you have any bills to pay?
Yeah, let's do it quickly. But you cannot say crime scene, Senator, because there's
Pardon?
no evidence of foul play, you know. So you can't use the term crime scene.
How
There's
you
no
mean?
evidence of
I
any
will show
sort.
you. Your daddy, did your father do law enforcement?
No.
My father did law
Yeah,
enforcement.
but not you.
My father did. Okay? And he was a policeman before I born. So I came from the loins of a policeman.
So you're saying it's in your blood, eh?
I am, don't you see, I have a wonderful relationship with the policeman. The police
There's
me.
no evidence now. There's no evidence.
Mr. Special Advisor,
There's no
there is evidence.
of any sort.
There is evidence.
There's no evidence of foul play, Senator. So nobody
How
knows.
is it that the police found his cell phone at the ocean?
They may have left it on the beach.
Right. That's
Anyhow.
foul play. I declare it's foul play. Huh? Read ads, and then we'll continue to investigate.
The Work Center, located Rosetta Street across from Roberts Furniture, is your one-stop shop for back-to-school Dickies, Timberlands, and many, many more. Come on down and let their friendly staff assist you with getting ready for back to school. The Work Center. Money Max. Everybody needs to send money. So send money now, internationally and locally through Western Union. With Money Max, download the Money Max app today to send cash instantly to a family member or friend, anytime and anywhere. Sending money has never been simpler. The app is available on the Apple Store and the Google Play Store. Money Max. Live your max life. All right, Senator, back to you.
Yes. Yeah, my spiritual advisor. The police has confirmed that a cell phone belonging to the American, Taylor Casey, has been found near the ocean.
Yeah, and what is interesting too is there's a photo being circulated on social media where Taylor Casey is actually in the water.
Right.
Like, so what needs to happen now? We need to find out who's taking that photo. Because
Right.
she's not. Taylor Casey is standing up in the water. You consider this it is in the Bahamas, and but so who's taking this photo? Or did she set the phone
I don't
up?
know.
Or did she set the phone up to take the photo itself after?
I really
a certain
don't
amount of
know.
time? Yeah, that's
I really
something
don't
to think
know.
about.
And you
This
see-
is a very strange case.
It's a very strange case, and the Royal Bahamas Police Force is at a disadvantage because they do not have access to the FBI database to see what kind of individual Taylor Casey is.
But I'm understanding that she came here to become a yoga instructor.
Yes.
So that it's changed now because some folks were saying that she just came here to do yoga classes.
No. She came to be educated.
To become an instructor.
But they discovered that she had played the hooky. You see? They discovered that she was not going to classes. And they are suspicious as to why she would not come to class. And there is a powerful suggestion that Casey Taylor, or Taylor Casey, found somebody within the community. All right? And, you know, there are many students, many international students, they come to do a certain course, and they get distracted. Perhaps parents didn't say to them, now listen, you're going to the Bahamas to learn yoga, you're not going looking for a wife, you're not going looking for a husband, you're not looking for a girlfriend or boyfriend, you go for your education, stick to class, and hurry up, come home to America. And that is traditionally what we do here in the Bahamas. When our children are going off to the United States, we have a talk with them. Now, girl, mama didn't send you away to get pregnant. Son, we didn't tell you to go away to get married. And if you're getting married, you make sure you marry a white woman, okay? And make sure she's an American, okay? You give instructions. Now, did his family spoke to him? Huh? Because when you examine the retreat and look at where the retreat is supposed to be located in comparison to the ocean, and if you watch American news in more recent time, we are saying that even those Americans who can swim, due to climate change, they're disappearing. Currents are sweeping them away. So we don't know what is going on, and they want to suggest that there's foul play. And I suspect it's foul play, because if it isn't foul play, why the cell phone ain't disappear? Huh? And then sometimes these people have mental health challenges. And you know, in America, everything frustrates them. They're frustrated by the general election. They're mad because the two presidential candidates is old people. They don't like old people no more. Climate change is taking place. The sun is too hot in America now. And the levee is burst. And it's raining. And it's tornado. It's all kinds of things. So Americans are under a lot of stress. Okay? They're a lot of stress and so forth. And if you're an American, it's very easy to disappear. America knows how to disappear. Now they're putting stress on this country. It is not good for our mental health. It is not good for the mental health of the Bahamas. And it is not good for the mental health for the workers at Paradise Island, because they are all suspect by virtue of them being Negroes. All right? Anyway, let me calm down, because I do forget that I'm sick. Yeah, so that is what is going on. Let me see what else is going on in the country. There is so much things that is taking place here in our country, and we have to solve it. I think the police is doing a wonderful job. The police is all over the place looking for Casey Taylor. Casey Taylor, or Taylor Casey, seems to be a master of disguise. He's receiving evidence that he's able to change how he looks. So one day he has good hair, the next day he has bad hair. These are the things that is being circulated among the Negro people. So we don't know. He might be among us, but we don't know. And it's just powerful that Casey seems to have the powers of a lizard. You know them lizard that can change, and he is able to change. Okay? and you know, it's so upset. So I don't know what DiMaggio them will be able to do. If this continue, we will have to then take a new strategy. Perhaps the Royal Bahamas Police Force will have to look to see who all is transgender. Normally, if there is a rape in your society, one of the ways that police do investigate is they look for all them who had a history of raping. So that's the first thing you do. And all those who had a history of raping, you start off with them. Then you look at suspects, those who might be close to the victim, who the victim might be able to identify, right? So perhaps that same strategy may have to be used here among the transgender community, and maybe DiMaggio, Alex DiMaggio, might be able to assist the police by quietly going to the police and identifying every transgender. And then the police can talk to the transgenders. And the transgenders may have an idea. You know, it's like if you're looking for a bad man and you can't find a bad man, you look for all the bad men and ask them, have you seen this bad man? So if this person, and that has been the confusion, you see, it's a good thing that Alexio DiMaggio has come forward, because he claims that he is transgender, and he, having come forward to assist, confirm what we were telling you, that the FBI is misleading us. I mean, it's just amazing what goes on in America. Why would the FBI be telling us that this is a woman when they know it's not a real woman? You see, their politics say they must say it. And poor us, the Negro people, they got us confused. Because my brothers in the cab industry, all over Paradise Island, they were up and down, just keeping their eyes open for a woman until they receive intelligence. Listen, don't mind the Americans, this is not a real woman. This is a man who say he is on a transgender. But if you speak up, they're going to say it's hate speech. They're going to say you don't like people, all kind of bullshit they're going to say. And then we in the Bahamas, in our sinful pursuit of tourism, we start covering up. The next thing you know, everybody in tourism start playing policeman. And what do you think you do? If I decide today I'm going to play policeman, I'm going to compromise the crime scene. You see? Because I don't know what I'm doing. So what do you need? You need the police to go into the crime scene. Whenever I show up at a crime, I never go into the scene, you know. I wait for a senior officer, and I would say to the officer, is it safe for me to enter this theater, for me to enter this crime scene? Because I don't want unknowingly to put my DNA in the crime scene. And the next thing I know, they say, listen, we have DNA evidence that you were here, and it wasn't me. So that is how it must be done. And I don't know. But this investigation, this is a big investigation. And we all know our history. Whenever there's a gay-related killing, murder, disappearing, we seem to get together and we do a good job at covering it up. So I don't know, we may have to cover up this one. I don't know. But the FBI is here, so it may be difficult to cover this up. I'm not trying to encourage anybody to do anything contrary to the law. I'm merely looking at our history. You see, all you need to do is look at the history. And that is why, as a citizen, it is so important to know your history. Once you know your history, and things start to happen. You begin to see things. And I have the gift to see things far. And I'm saying things. But this is what is going on in our country. So it means that the Christian Council may have to march again. You remember when the Christian Council used to picket and run behind the Americans? They've not done that in a long time. Man, that used to be... Anyway, this is Freedom March. What a serious matter taking place in the Bahamas, and it appears that Paradise Island is innocent. It appears so. Lord, protect the reputation of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Let Casey Taylor return to her people. God save the King. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker, and I think it's a little after 5, so it is birthday times. Bradley?
Yeah, we got a couple, you gotta forgive me today. I forgot my glasses. I'm so sorry. We got a couple birthdays and a couple of shout outs to do today. Let me see if I can get through them. Where did you send it, producer? Yeah, okay. We got a couple of happy birthdays. So Fred Bow is celebrating his birthday. Greetings coming from Gerald, Wendell, and Annabelle, his wife Veronica, the children, family, especially Phyllis Dahl. So happy birthday to Fred Bow, who's celebrating his birthday. Everett Woodside, happy birthday goes out to Everett Woodside, coming from my husband Bradley, kids, Alicia, Brandon, Sierra, and all of her family. They love you and they want you to enjoy your special day. Happy birthday to Everett Woodside. Happy birthday to Arlene Aubrey. Arlene Aubrey will be celebrating her birthday on Sunday coming. So happy pre-birthday to Arlene Aubrey. It's coming from your husband, your children, all of your family members and friends who love you dearly. Happy pre-birthday to Arlene Aubrey. Then Lockney Russell is celebrating the birthday. Happy birthday to my son Lockney Russell. We love you. We're so proud of you as a person you've become. Wishing you laughter, joy, and fun. Happy birthday. Have a wonderful day. Always your mother, Verna Russell. So happy birthday to Lockney Russell. What do you have, Sandra?
Well, all I want to do is join you in saluting every person who's celebrating a birthday today and perhaps tomorrow and Sunday. And this is powerful.
Okay, Sandra, the Ministry of Health and Wellness, have they released a statement?
They have released a statement.
Okay, you care to discuss that, Sandra? What's going on? Because I think
COVID
it's on the rise.
has
Wow.
risen.
Again?
Will you play the national anthem of the COVID
It's just a common
movement?
cold. It's just a common cold.
My spiritual advisor, it's COVID.
There's just no need to be.
Now, don't cause me to
getting all-
identify who got it.
Yeah, no,
Right?
don't.
COVID
Get
has
all around.
returned. I want the people to know it has returned. And therefore, you have to go back to the social practices. Washing your hands, cleaning your doorknobs, maintaining reasonable social distances. If you have senior relatives, people like me, you would want to wear your mask around your old folks because our molds, they're tender now. It's almost like a baby mold. And we will be susceptible to viral infection, which could lead to COVID. And let us not forget, there have been many people in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas who did not obey civic authority and vaccinated. So they are always potentially a victim. So COVID is here. Please wash your hand. Please wipe your door knob. Very, very important. And you have to be very, very careful. If you see symptoms, perhaps you should say to your employers, I am showing symptoms. I suspect I have COVID. What should I do? Should I stay home? Or do you think I should come to work? So it's very serious, and don't forget, we should be continuously vaccinating people. But many of you have been superstitious. Many of you have listened to misinformation. And whenever there is a pandemic or an epidemic, there's only one authority. And that authority is the Ministry of Health. And when you start listening to Tom, Dick, and Harry, you're in trouble. But whenever there's a crisis, who do you listen to? The Ministry of Health. You listen to the professional. They have your interests at heart. The ordinary citizen might be acting in ignorance and superstition. And the next thing you know, things get out of hand. Okay? So it's welcome news for me. I'm going to ask my producer to play the song because I'm ready to lock down if Dr. Dowell. Don't forget now, when the Progressive Liberal Party came to power, Prime Minister Philip Davis emerged as the competent authority. He would have succeeded the outgoing competent authority, Dr. Hubert Minnis. And in fairness to Dr. Hubert Minnis, when he was Prime Minister and the competent authority, I love his approach to dealing with COVID, save that there were one or two fundamental mistakes that he made, but outside of that, he did an excellent job. The Prime Minister, who is an attorney at law, he did the right thing. He took his powers and he passed it on to the Minister of Health after he would have opened up the country. You remember, Philip Davis opened up the country and set us free. Well, the Ministry of Health is in charge of alerting us. So whatever they tell you to do, you must do it. And we must be smart and still inquire, are vaccines still available? Notwithstanding all the talks you've heard, take it from me, the best thing that has happened for the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, when those of us who were brave and bold and went forth and became vaccinated, take it from me, okay? So we have to be very, very careful, okay? Now my spiritual advisor, he's fine. He has immunity. You have immunity, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, you know, I haven't had any issues with COVID-19 since COVID-19. So,
really?
Yeah, since 2020. I think that was when I was infected, right? In 2020, was it 4 years ago? Do you remember when I was admitted to the South Beach?
I remember
clinic
when I advised you that COVID was in your neighborhood.
Thank you. I forgot. Producer, do you see that little short clip where Western Air is taking off from the airport in Cat Island? Yeah. Now, here's what is interesting.
We finished with COVID?
Oh, sorry. Are we finished with COVID?
Well,
forgive me. I don't mean to be rude. Forgive me. I want you to keep showing this because apparently Western Air has decided to discontinue flights into that part of, I think this is Cat Island, because the runway is in a deplorable state. Now stop it. Watch when the plane takes off, you're going to see some debris. There you go. You're going to see debris flying off the tarmac, the runway. And you can understand why Western Air has decided, listen, we're not taking any chances. We've already had one of our planes damaged as a result of, there you go.
In Cat Island?
Yeah.
The plane was damaged in Cat Island?
No, yeah, hitting potholes.
In Cat Island?
Yeah, on the airport in Cat Island. As a result of that, they have decided that they want to discontinue their flights. What is the government doing with the airstrip down there in Cat Island?
So you've not heard the government side?
No, I've heard the government side. They said that they're trying to get some work done.
Why would then you ask the question? You should not have done it that way.
This is where you do it. This is happening. This is live. All right. The runway is damaged.
Okay.
You can't have
Tell
planes
me when I
going.
can respond to you.
You can't have planes going down there.
We agree with you.
It's a flight
risk.
Yes.
Yeah, we agree with you.
And
now I ask you, having told us what Western Air has done, please now tell us what the government said.
Well, the government said they're investing millions of dollars in trying to get the runway up to speed.
That is how it is done.
Yeah.
All right? You say, no, come on.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
It matters to you because you're trying to run your propaganda. But the reality on the ground is that the runway is damaged.
Yes,
and
we
needs to be
concede
fixed.
that. The government has conceded that to you. But what has the government say? See,
what has the government done?
If you're going to play,
what has the government done?
If you're going to play propaganda, this is how you do it.
This is not propaganda. This is reality.
This is how it's done.
Yeah.
You give
You're a very good spin
both
artist.
sides of the story. There's no
Spin it.
spinning that.
Yeah, spin it.
There's no spinning that. They have withdrawn, right? The government has acknowledged that and is committed to correcting the problem. Now, you are free to beat the drum, shake the cowbell, blow the horn. I'll give you 5 minutes to do it.
I'm done with that.
Are you
I'm
sure?
I'm just hoping.
Are you sure?
I'm just hoping that the government moves speedily.
Prime
And not only
Minister
this
Philip
airstrip,
Davis,
but the one down in McGuan as well.
No,
They
let's
have one
deal,
down
let's
there.
deal with this one.
Okay.
Bring me the video for Megwana. Prime Minister Philip Davis is the Minister of Finance.
Oh, he's also a member of Parliament.
He's the
for Cat
member
Island.
of Parliament for Cat Island.
Yeah.
He has acknowledged the situation and is committed to dealing with the matter. Now, what you going to do?
No, but we just want the public to be aware that
Public is aware.
these are some things that the government needs to pay
Repeat it.
urgent attention
Repeat
to.
it 5 times. Go ahead.
All right.
Repeat it.
Now let's deal with the water and Eleuthera.
No, repeat this 5
No,
times.
I'm done with that, sir.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm done.
Do you accept the Prime Minister's
Absolutely.
position?
Absolutely.
You may now go to Eleuthera.
Now, we've been hearing for months now that there's been some very serious water shortage and issues in portions of Eleuthera.
Who owned the water supply?
There's a contractor. There was a contract given to a group to supply water to Eleuthera.
Now you see.
Let me tell you what my problem
what
is. I don't make glasses, man. I have all this
Well,
information
don't
on my
worry
phone,
about it. If you don't have your glasses.
but I want to make sure my information is correct. I
then
can't
you
read
could,
it.
Then you could hold on until Monday. But in the
Okay,
meanwhile,
all right.
I will comment on it.
Okay, go ahead.
Right?
But the point I want to make though is that for a while now, you've had people who have not had access to running water for weeks.
That is true.
There are people in portions of Eleuthera who couldn't flush a toilet.
That is true.
For at least 9 to 11 days.
That is true.
Right? Now, Senator, that is really...
That is always the
very unsanitary
danger. That is
situation.
always the danger when a small nation allow privatization and allow basic infrastructure in the hands of non-governmental organizations.
NGOs.
All right? Many people brag and say, oh, you have to privatize. You have to have foreign investors. But they could be a bunch of gangsters. We have some people who are citizens, who are involved in business, but they are ripping the public treasury. They're ripping inland revenue. They're smuggling. And if the government don't send the defense force with inland revenue, they're going to be in for a major shock. In the United States, they're now discovering that there is a nation who has infiltrated the Americans operating illegal business. What do you think is happening here? Huh? We are faced with similar situations. Similar. I'll leave it like that because I don't want the Americans to know that I know what they were talking about. And this is powerful. Another point.
Senator, I am in a bad situation that
My spiritual advisor,
can't see
you
my
left
notes.
your glasses home.
I don't
What
know
are
if
you
I
gonna-
left it- I may
just
have left
wait
it in the
until
car.
Monday.
Okay.
All right? And with
All right.
climate change or climate changes,
I
if
can't,
you
I can't
make
read,
it to Monday.
I can't read my
All right?
notes, man.
Well, if you can't meet you, because it means that you came
So,
unprepared.
I was rushing. I had some late work to take
what
care
happened
of.
to lockdown, baby? Okay, well, I'm pressing it. Lockdown, baby, because we may have to lock down.
This is powerful. We on lockdown, just like before, Every other weekend, lockdown some more, Freedom March, Rodney Moncur, about to do his thing and address the country concerns. Lockdown, baby, lockdown, baby. This is powerful. Lockdown, baby, with Rodney Moncur. Lockdown, baby,
message. We have to lock the country down. Tourism is important, but not now. Problems in America. Keep the tourists out of town. Keep the hotels locked down. Cause COVID-19 don't mess around.
Lockdown, baby, lockdown, baby.
This is powerful.
Lockdown, baby, with Rodney Monker. Lockdown, baby,
This is powerful.
lockdown, baby.
Come here, don't you know it's lockdown time? Get out of here. Booyaka! This is powerful. You have another
Okay.
point you want to
Well,
start?
so let's go international for a minute. or
Well,
two.
can we go to Harbor Island?
Okay.
And then after that, if we're going international, I don't have to go on no plane, right?
No, we're going to go to the great debate.
Okay, well, just hold on for a second. On Harbor Island, there was a boating accident in which a young woman was killed on the 22nd of this month, a very tragic incident. It's a sad incident, and I think we ought to talk about it in view of the fact that tourism is the #1 industry, and there are times when these accidents do occur where it requires good investigation to determine what contributed to the accident and how to prevent it down the road. So we look at a story that I saw in the Negro media. Family tribute to woman struck by boat while swimming. The family of a woman who died when struck by a boat on June 22nd has paid tribute to a, quote, beloved daughter, sister, and aunt, end quote, Allison Dyke, well, Allison Dick, capital D-Y-C-K, Allison Dick, was swimming at the Pink Sands Beach on Harbor Island when she was struck by a boat at about 2 p.m. She was transported to Princess Margaret Hospital but died from her injuries. Her family said Allison was well loved by all she knew and was a brilliant woman who will be fondly remembered for her warmth, beauty, loving nature, loyalty, humor, creativity, goodness me, athleticism, and culinary skills. The family added, Allison had a passion for running marathons, traveling, and her extensive career with the U.S. Department of State at the time of her untimely death. She lived in Washington, D.C., where she had recently been promoted and purchased a new home. The family said condolences, memories, and information about the incident could be sent to info@allisonbahamas@gmail.com. Police are investigating, and the family also asks that anyone who may have footage or information contact police at 502-9991. The family also has a local advisor available at 554-3988, 554-3983. Let me repeat that number again. Local advisor available at 554-3983. So that is a sad story of this young woman who was injured at Harbor Island, and she subsequently died at the Princess Margaret Hospital on the 22nd of June. Well, my spiritual advisor, you may now go international.
Well, Sandy, no doubt I think you maybe, or were you aware that they had the presidential debate? I think one of them last night between former President Donald Trump and President Joseph Biden.
I'm aware, yes.
Yeah. Did you watch it?
I did.
Who do you think, Sandra?
It was great entertainment.
It was great
I
entertainment.
love to see the Republicans, who has a different system of government than that of our blessed King Charles. I love the way the Republicans do it. But you know, the Bahamas is not a Republican form of government, and therefore our system of government does not require that. After all, I don't vote for a prime minister. I vote for a member of parliament. And in the constituency that I am currently living in, the two known members of parliament would be the sitting FNM MP, Shenandoah Cartwright, and the Progressive Liberal Party State Minister for Finance, Michael Halkitis. They're the only two people that if there's going to be a debate, that I would like to see them to debate, because that would be the choice that I would have. There has been this talk about the Prime Minister and the leader of the opposition participating in a national debate. This is not a republic. And that has been the problem with you Negroes. You don't understand your system of government. And even if they do debate in England, the practice has not been done here. Pinling did not debate Roland Simonet, and any debate that Pinling had with Roland Simonet would have happened during parliamentary debates when Cecil Wallace and Kendall Isaac emerged as leader respectively of the opposition. Pinling never had no one-on-one debate with them. When Henry Bosbeck, Janet's husband, he led the BDP, Pinling never had any with him. And then we saw when Hubert Ingram, he became the opposition leader of the PLP and won the 1992 general election. Him and Pinling had no national debate. And then we've seen where Tommy Tynecrest and Perry Christie had a national debate, and Tommy realized that that was a fiasco. He didn't win it. It was not consistent with the practice that takes place. And when Hubert Ingram returned, Ingram never participated in any parliamentary debate. So I'm not in any leadership debate. And as a voter, all I demand is if there's going to be a debate, it will be at my constituency level, where the candidate who will be on my ballot would principally be the two men that will be interested in hearing from, if I do become interested. But you can talk about them when we return.
Well,
It's up to you.
We're going to open the lines.
This is Freedom March. God save the parliamentary democracy. God save King Charles. King Charles today, the entire royal family, king and country, we shall defend. God save the king. Be right back after the break. Hold on, everybody. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. It's a Friday afternoon, and for countless citizens, it is the end of a working week. But there are many wonderful citizens who will continue to work today. They will also work Saturday and Sunday, so God bless them. But at this point, I will turn it over to my spiritual advisor, Bradley Rule. Please pray for him. Bradley?
Yeah, we're at the calling segment. Thank you so much, Sandra. 323-7775 is the number to call. 698-0775, 698-0777. Before we take any calls, we're going to do some ads. Are we going to do it? Okay, so the Work Center, located Rosetta Street across from Roberts Furniture, is your one-stop shop for back-to-school Dickies, Timberlands, and many, many more. Come on down and let their friendly staff assist you with getting ready for back to school. And this is extremely powerful indeed. Everybody needs money always, so send money internationally and locally through Western Union with Money Max. Download the Money Max app today and send cash instantly to a family member or friend anytime and anywhere. Sending money has never been simpler. The app is available on the Apple Store and Google Play Store. Money Max. Live your max life. All right, so we're going to open the lines. Weekend is approaching. The numbers are 323-7775, 698-0775, 698-0776. You have some time to engage us. We got about, let's see, possibly 25 minutes to entertain some calls. Okay, so welcome to Freedom March. Call you live. You're live, caller. Go ahead.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening.
Mr. Monker,
Sir,
did you say something about some gay people wanted to help in the investigation into the missing woman?
yes.
Okay. Well, I hope the police look into all avenues carefully and don't be distracted by the phone they found. Because you remember when the police could not find the killer of those young boys in Grand Bahama?
Yes.
Well, the same fellow who asked to help in the investigation, after all that praying by the Bahamians,
Yes.
especially Mother Pratt, he happens to be the killer. And he turned himself in to the police. I will say no more on that.
You're a good observer. I thank you very much.
Thank you so much, caller.
Thank you too.
You're welcome. 323-7775. Welcome to Freedom March, caller.
Good afternoon, spiritual advisor Monka.
Good
Yes,
afternoon.
sir.
Spiritual advisor, what happened to what you were supposed to do a little debate before you had this section come on about last night in the U.S. with
Yeah, Donald Trump. We had a couple of videos to show, but if we may get into a talk with it and may cut out the calling time, so we don't want to do that. So
no, the reason why I say that because Monka run on talking about what happened in the Bahamas. I know somebody run on with that one and said you talk about that's a top topic last night, and I mean it was being good the oil broadcast that, but he just because he run the show, he do as he feels. But if I was on the side of him, I could take my political belt out and put it on him.
But in fairness to Monker, you're talking American politics. Who told Bradley I'm interested in getting in American politics? I'm interested in Bahamian politics.
Listen here, Manta. America is two doors next to us.
Yeah.
And we supposed to pay attention to America.
I did
if
that.
anything happen, we could be the first get hit. So you just stop there. Not because you don't travel there and you can't travel there, you don't care about there.
I didn't say I don't care.
That's something.
I'm scared to go.
Important.
I'm scared to go.
Yeah.
If I went to America,
You like having your way, but you don't like it go the other way.
oh boy, pray for me, eh?
I need to pray for you.
Oh hallelujah! You sound like a good citizen. Pray for me.
Thank you.
You're welcome, caller. Take care. 323-7775. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live. Sorry about that. Could you turn your radio or TV down first, please? The producer's going to instruct you to do that before he puts you through, so we don't get the feedback. Okay, caller? So turn your radio down first, please, or TV, whatever it is. All right? Thank you so much. All right. No, he still has it up. All right, so let's try another call. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, I'm calling from London.
Welcome. Yes,
I'd like to know if Mr. Moses still taking appointment for Dr. Dowell.
Yes, I give your name, your information to my producer offline, but
Okay.
I am spread the word all over Andres that they can call me at my cell phone, perhaps about 8 o'clock tonight, 801-5760, 801-5760. What's up the information? Name of the patient, age, date of birth, and exactly where the person living, and a reliable cell number. Dr. Dowell, the health minister, praise the Lord, has authorized me to collect everybody's name if they're prepared to send it to me, okay?
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, caller. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. How are you all?
Good afternoon.
All right,
We're doing
sir.
well.
Okay, Mr. Monka, I'm about to say something, right?
Okay.
I believe in my heart, right? 80 to 75% of the murders that's done in the Bahamas, if they do a good background check,
Yes.
most of them are Haitians and Jamaicans.
Really?
Yes, sir. I
Well,
remember when I was growing up,
okay.
there's never all kind of deed poll changing names in the paper.
Okay.
So what they used to do, they used to go change their name, and that's why most Haitians right now have Bahamian last name.
Give me an example of a Haitian with a last Bahamian name.
And yeah, some could be
The only
Johnson, Smith,
Haitian you
or whatever.
know with a last
Because they changed
Bahamian
their
name might be me.
Yes, it could be you, but
my
like
real
I said,
name.
right? Most of them changed their name.
I think
And
you're
if they
being
did a good search,
no. I think you're being unfair. I want you to understand that the population of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas is so African, so black, that you will find an anglicized name and you will find a French name. But every murder is not being committed by a person of Haitian
I didn't say
descent.
every. I said 75%.
No, that is too great. I would want to say, if anything, it's equal, 50-50.
50-50?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree with you, but I know
Yeah.
there's a lot being done between Haitians and Jamaicans.
And they're not Haitians. The ones,
What are they?
they are citizens of the Bahamas. They are just like you and me.
All they do is change the name.
No, all they did was they were born here in the Bahamas, they were educated here, they were schooled here, they were church here, they lived with you. Now you should do what I did. All the Haitians that I'm tight with, they don't kill nobody.
Okay.
Don't know nice, yeah. Come on, yeah.
Okay, so y'all have a good evening.
I thank
do the
you.
Same. Take care. Have a good weekend.
Just educate the young people, all right? And I keep company with all kind of young people of Haitian descent, men and women. And I don't coupe nobody, they don't coupe nobody. I don't ball nobody, and they don't ball nobody. My pagin zam, and they don't have any gun. Okay? My pray, and they pray. My lay down necklace, and they go to church. All right? So stop saying it. They're some of the greatest people, and you may not believe it, about 95% of the Haitians, they're really angels. They're really from heaven. Oh, it's so emotional for me. I cannot believe. They're so wonderful people. Right? Oh, we could only learn to love them.
Everybody loves them, Zanda.
Oh, if we can only learn to love them.
Don't get carried away in your feelings, man.
Love them.
We got some calls waiting.
Oh boy.
You got your handkerchief. Welcome to Freedom March. Call your life.
Sad.
Yes. Good afternoon. How are y'all doing today?
We're doing well. Thank you so much.
I just wanted some advice, suggestion in the situation that I encountered today. I went to Parks and Recreation Department seeking a storefront location in the Michael area.
You went to where?
Park Recreation Department.
Park Recreation Department?
Yeah.
What do they do?
They normally advise or give you permission to like run a storefront.
Okay.
Like the people on the streets, like
public park and beaches. That's Michael Bonnaby. Did you go to see him?
No, I went to Parks and Recreation.
Where's
I don't
that?
know where's Michael Bonnaby.
Where's that office located? Tell me where
That's off Gladstone and Trail.
Yes, that's Michael Bonnaby.
Yes. Okay. Well, I went there.
Yes.
He told me that there's nothing open right now in the Michael area.
Really?
Nothing open Fire Trail Road. Nothing open Gladstone.
Okay.
I asked the young lady, well, where can I continue to look for a place? And she wasn't able to advise on where to look.
Where to look?
However, she did say that I can continue to take pictures and
places?
get in to see if it's a location that they would approve.
Okay.
But she wouldn't tell me or couldn't tell me where exactly.
Well, I could almost think of a place right there on Carmichael Road, just east of the Anglican Church. Do you know where the Anglican Church is?
Which one?
The one at the corner of Gladstone Road and Blue Hill Road. And Carmichael Road. The Anglican Church.
Okay.
It's right at the tip.
Oh, St. Gregory.
Yes, that's it.
No, that isn't St. Gregory.
What is it?
I don't think it's St. Gregory. I think St. Gregory is further towards Blue Hill Road.
Okay, so
this is
St. Ambrose.
That might be St. Ambrose.
Is it St. Ambrose?
Okay.
Yeah. Right along there to the east, there's some wonderful Haitian people I know who live there. Perhaps I can have a word with them. I don't know. Take my number. Let me see if I can help you to find a place on.
Okay.
Yeah, my number is 801 57 60. Let me help you find some place for you to set up your nice stall so that Michael Bonnaby will understand what Prime Minister Philip Davis says, that the battle is ready and we are going to help every human being in this land.
Thank you.
You call me, eh?
Can you give me the number one more time, please?
801 57 60. Now don't call me. Let me tell you when I want you to call me. You call me at about 8:30 Saturday morning. Okay? You do well, my dear.
No problem. Thank you.
God save the king.
Okay.
All right. We're going to find her a place because we have to encourage these young people to open up business and to be honest. And we're going to help them. We're going to just help them. We're going to help everybody. Go ahead, my spiritual advisor.
Welcome to Freedom March. Call you live. Hello, caller, there? 323-7775. 698-0775.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead. You're live.
Good afternoon, Mr. Moncor, spiritual advisor.
Good afternoon.
Spiritual advisor, could you tell me what is the foundation of our government?
They say it's built on Christian principles.
Beg pardon?
And values. Doesn't it say it's built on Christian principles and values?
Would you say that the foundation of our government is the Constitution and its laws?
Well, okay.
Okay. It's the same with God's government. God's government is its Constitution and its laws. Yesterday I listened to the show, and you were saying something about the Mosaic laws was done away with. Well, what laws you were talking about?
I'm talking about the old covenant that was given to Israel at Sinai.
When you say the old covenant, you're talking about the moral law, the Ten Commandments?
I'm talking about the Mosaic system, some 630 laws.
So you wasn't talking about the Ten Commandments?
Yes, that it's inclusive of that. If you study your Bible carefully, you'll see that the Ten Commandments is the old covenant.
So what you were saying, the Ten Commandments is done away with.
Has been abolished.
It's abolished.
That's what the
So
scriptures
what
teach.
is the new covenant?
You gotta call me so we can talk about it. Call me 814-6096. All right, either that or you know where you can meet me when you come to get your goods. Okay.
I'm calling from Freeport.
Oh, you come from Freeport. Okay. All right. So here's what
But
you
you understand? What you say the numbers? I'll call you.
814
Uh-huh.
6096.
814-6096.
Yeah.
Okay then.
It's a
Okay.
very powerful
All right.
lesson indeed. Call me so we can discuss it. I thought it was Bremen actually. You sound just like Bremen. All right, thank you, caller. 323-7775, 6980775, 6980776. Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live.
Hey, brother, how you doing?
How you doing, sir?
Wonderful, man. But my God,
So,
wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I really looking at you all and listening to your show.
this
Thank
is
you.
powerful.
Yeah. This situation with this man who come in disguise for a woman.
Yes.
When I look at the situation, if you remember a couple of months ago, we had a situation where two people come to the Bahamas and they try to put something in the Bahamas or cause the Bahamas to have a bad name. Well, I think this is the same set thing that is going on right now.
The same spirit.
Yes. And I'm saying that it's a runaround thing. See, the FBI know who is who. I don't care what they say.
Yeah.
Okay?
Uh-huh.
And if you think about it carefully, they find the phone, but they yet find the person.
No.
Okay. In my humble opinion,
Yes.
that could be one of a setup. One is this person may run from where they live, come here to get away from somebody who is trying to either hurt them or something.
That is true. That's a great possibility.
The thing is, they come here to actually give the Bahamas a bad name.
Wow.
So that's my take on that. Nobody else.
Yes. Yeah.
All right?
Yes.
And as for I am a Bahamian,
Yes.
and let me tell you, I love my Bahamas.
Yes.
We all do.
And anything like this does disturb me.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
So no matter what these people do, they ain't safe.
Not sanctify.
They ain't no sanctify out of the question, Brother Rule, know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
So let's take it for what it is and see it as what it is. Okay?
Yes, sir.
And I heard a young lady, is she looking for someplace to put her business?
Yeah, I get the impression she may have a hot dog stand
Uh-huh.
or something of that nature.
Well, I have one myself, but I passed on Carmichael Road just the other day, and I saw where in the middle, well, you have Carmichael Road, and then you have the grass over on the side, then you have a inside road.
Right.
Well, it's a lot of space on Carmichael Road, because I see someone is actually building a grill pit.
Right.
So if they can't say, well, they can't find a spot. It's just that the spot needs to be designated to them because Carmichael Road is a long road. So she can
Yeah.
find a spot somewhere on Carmichael Road.
Or Gladstone Road.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because if someone would go to the trouble to actually build, concrete,
Yeah.
a grill pit for them, which is government property,
Yeah.
then I think if she's a Bayman, she deserves the same.
I could agree with you.
Yes.
And,
So that's my take on that.
Well, I
God
thank
bless
you.
you all, man. You all take care.
Thank you. I thank you.
Great.
We
Take
will
care.
have to help this woman out because in my role as leader of the Woman Dam, I'm committed to the economic empowerment of every woman. And this is powerful.
323-7775. Welcome to Freedom March, caller. Are you there, caller? You're live.
Yeah, Brother Rose.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Yeah, Brother Man, how you doing?
All right.
3 days quickly. That gentleman just said something about the lady with the hot dog thing. You don't want to put a business somewhere just to say you have a business. You want your business to be profitable. You want to put your business someplace where you can attract customers. You know, you just want to have a business and say you have a business. That doesn't make much sense. All right? Another thing, too. I want to really, what I really call for is to give congratulations to my friend, Warren Davis and his wife, Rena, on their 15th wedding anniversary. They celebrated on yesterday, but I couldn't get into court. And thirdly, we had a young man now that being missing now going on 7 weeks. This person, this tourist, let me say it like that, because I'll be still ain't sure who or what it is. They been missing now less than a week, and this is now getting more close than our old native 16-year-old boy.
That is true.
You know, I don't understand what's happening. I mean, yes, he's a tourist. Yeah, I understand that. Yes, but come on, man. What about our own little 16-year-old boy?
Well,
I ain't hear nothing but him no more.
Well, the police.
I don't know if they find him.
The police say they see him on the camera, so I don't know what that means.
So they see him on the camera.
He's alive.
One thing, he alive. That's one good thing. They
He's
see him on
alive.
the camera.
Yeah.
That's a good thing about that. But could they track that camera to where the last occasion where he was and met that area in and tried? It has to be a reason why he don't want to go back home.
This is true.
Yeah.
You know, and a thing in closing, I don't care how bad my mommy treat me. One time I run away, you know. I run away. And I run away around 3 o'clock. And by about 4:30 I'm back home.
Really?
That time dinner, that's the kind of time my mommy's finished cooking.
Okay.
I go back home, my mind run out of food, I run away, and I ain't got no place to go, I ain't got no need, and all that good food home. So when you see young kids that are 16-year-old running away, it has to be something serious. That he don't want to go back home. That's what they need to find out first, then you can go from there.
What you think about
This done being almost 2 months, Mr. Montgomery.
what you think about this American who they can't
Well,
find?
that one, I don't...
They can find the cell phone.
Yeah.
They can't call him though.
He may have an ex phone, he might be calling some other people.
This is powerful.
That might be the phone where he laid there just for the dummy phone.
Okay.
He might not have a different number. How many people you know studying those type of things into them kind of thing? They got more than one phone.
Yoga.
Anyway, the FBI is
So
here.
that's the phone what he wanted them to find.
The FBI is here, and they soon get tired. Don't forget now, he is an African American. Okay?
Yeah, they ain't gonna let him long.
No.
Now if he was one of them Conky Joe American,
Well, not Conky Joe. Why don't you say Caucasian?
Caucasian, you know what I mean when you say Conky. We got Conky Joe BMN, you know.
Okay.
And we have African BMN.
Okay.
Yeah, we speak our language. We have our own little dialect.
You take
You know what I mean.
All right.
You take
But
it.
y'all have a good weekend,
Yes,
man.
thank you so much,
Just right
brother.
up.
Yeah, take care, man.
When you go
All
to
the
your
best.
church, say a prayer for me, please.
Yeah, man, I will. Take care,
God
man.
bless.
Okay. Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You got 60 seconds.
Good afternoon, Special Advisor.
You got 60
Good afternoon,
seconds.
good Senator. Senator, I find a book for you to study.
Really?
When I call it right. Chaos, Charles Bronson, The Secret of the 70s.
Wow.
I need you to get that, man.
When
And
will you give it to me?
okay, order it, but I got an audio copy.
Okay.
But that's a bad book. That's a bad book. I might say something wrong, but that's it. Charles, the Chaos.
Okay.
Charles, what is Mason H? The guy who put all the people in the thing up?
Yeah.
And The Secret of the 70s. That's an awesome book.
I would love to
Hey,
read
now, Special
that.
Advisor, I got one for you too.
Okay.
I keep on giving you this, the Spiritual Advisor. There's St. John chapter 2 and 16, where Jesus says, this generation will get no miracle, for the one I give him 3 days in the grave and 3 days up. Go on, y'all have a blessed day.
Do well, comrade. Well, folks, we're coming to the end of the show. We want people to be safe. We want people to be safe. We need to show some love. We need to talk to our sons. We need to say to them, listen, if you know you are in illegal activities, instead of coming home, stay home. Okay? And then, as I told you earlier, that we're now discovering that a lot of these young men, because their pants are not properly around their waist, they're tripping down when they're being chased. Anyway, do well. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save our citizenry. God save the King. King Charles III, the entire royal family. God save the King. It's God's will